Hey, is this thing on? Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Can y'all believe that we have less than 100 days left in this year? 2023 is going to be gone before we know it, which to me just seems wild and insane. Like, I feel like January took forever and then everything else literally flew by. But that also means that we are at the end of our 12-week years. So we are hitting up the final 12-week year of the year for 2023. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amber. I am a lifestyle and career coach who focuses on personal development, self-improvement, and becoming the best version of yourself as you're trying to live your dream life. If all those things sound amazing to you, and I hope they do, please subscribe and stick around. So one of my favorite topics that I've been chatting about on the channel is the simplified 12-week year. I'm sure you've heard of the entire concept of the 12-week year. It's based on a book, fantastic system. But what I decided to do is just to simplify it a bit. Now, the reason that I simplified it, again, because I feel like when things are simple, they are sustainable. So in order for you to actually keep up with something, to maintain it, to not get burned out or overwhelmed, I feel like a process needs to be very simple. So I created the simplified 12-week year, and I also have some trackers to go along with that, and I'll show you those a little bit later in the video today. So with the simplified 12-week year, what I love to do is choose 5 different categories. For me personally, I like to use business, finance, personal, wellness, and home as the 5 categories that I've chosen, but also in that template, I give you a few more category ideas that you can kind of look through to figure out which ones fit best with what you like. So once I choose those 5 categories, I create a goal for each category, and every single week I go in and I add either a plus sign if I worked toward accomplishing that goal that week, or I put a minus sign if I did not work toward accomplishing that goal that week. And I also have space for notes in case I want to add something specific. Like, for example, one of my goals last 12-week year for my wellness goals was to take my vitamins every single day. Well, I ended up getting sick and I had to take so much medicine that I really was not taking my vitamins. I know, probably not the best idea, but I was like, I'm just tired of dealing with all these different pills, and so I didn't take them. So that was one of the notes that I wrote. Got sick, had to take a bunch of Tylenol, didn't feel like taking them. So I kind of can track what's going on, notice any patterns that are occurring, and work really hard to make sure that I'm trying my best to reach and accomplish my simplified 12-week year goals. I love the whole idea of the system because it encourages you to get more done in 12 weeks than you would have gotten done in 12 months, which is a full year. So I feel like I still love the idea of kind of creating like my vision board, my goals and intentions for the year as a whole, but then breaking them down into smaller chunks really allows me to pay attention to things that maybe would have gone unnoticed, or I really wouldn't have given as much focus as I should have to that specific thing. And also it helps me to hold myself accountable. I don't want to go in and put a minus sign on my tracker. I want to put plus signs and celebrate my small wins and be really excited about the progress that I'm making. So I feel like it's a super simple, easy way to keep up with tracking yourself. It's not extremely time consuming, but it's also really good for intrinsic motivation so that you can continue to keep going and working toward reaching your goals. So I want to give you all a quick update if you are returning about how I'm doing on the goals that I focused on for the last 12-week year. The first category is home. My goal for home was to update and refresh our outdoor living spaces. This one I will say is kind of like a plus and a minus equal combined. So I definitely did refresh the porch for summer and fall. It looks so cute right now in the front. And then also I refreshed the back patio, got everything cleaned off and reorganized back there as well. We're also working on a few projects for the patio still, so it's a work in progress, but it's definitely looking better. The one thing that I did not accomplish, I said I was going to work on landscaping for the front and the back. Neither of those things really happened. I mean, like, we pulled some weeds a couple of times, but of course they're weeds, so they're back. So that's actually going to be refiltered into my 12-week year goals for this upcoming cycle. Okay, my business goal was to become a certified public speaker and also update my website to reflect that offering. So it's more of a minus, but I promise there's like a little plus at the end because I realized I could not find a program for becoming a certified public speaker. Turns out I was referring to it the wrong way. It's actually a certified motivational speaker. So I finally found a course. I am enrolled. So by the end of the year, I will be complete and certified, and I will make sure that I update my website with my new offerings. I'm super excited. Y'all know I love to talk. It's what I do. So it's perfect for me to be able to kind of use that as the next phase of my career on this business side of things. So really excited to finally kick that off. So I've taken the first step. I just got to complete that process. And that's another thing that will continue and cycle into my final 12-week year. Now, the personal goal was to maintain a healthy, disciplined, and balanced sleep schedule. It's a minus, fully across the board. I have been staying up late, sleeping in, living life on the edge at this point. So I'm really gonna try to get back on track with my sleep schedule because it is affecting me so much. I literally had to go get my labs done this morning because my energy and my fatigue is just so extreme. And I have a feeling it's because I'm not sticking to a set sleep schedule like I should be, also not really taking my vitamins like I should be. So my body is like, girl, let's get it together. So that one was a minus, which was kind of a bummer because I really want to get better about my sleeping routine. I've never been a great sleeper, so I'm probably going to end up doing like a sleep study, figuring out what's really going on, but first trying to be consistent with when I go to bed and when I wake up every single day. Wellness, I've kind of already touched on this. I did not take my vitamins every single day. I feel like I need to move them. So right now I have them like over here on a shelf. I did like during my Jumpstart January where I posted every single day. I like did an aesthetic new like bottle thing for all my vitamins. They're all black and have like this pretty cute like white label on them. I thought that was gonna help me like want to reach for them because they're literally on display in this office. However, I just come and I sit at my desk and I don't even really look over there. So I'm also thinking about maybe getting a new desk. So maybe I can have like a little storage section for them where I'm actually reaching for them on a regular basis, but that's definitely something I need to work on. So it's semi also cycling as like an extra thing that I want to do for the final 12-week year. And lastly, my financial goal was to save all of my additional income. That didn't happen either. So I do like some tutoring, anything I make from my Etsy shop or life coaching, I had all of that going to my savings account. But your girl is outside. Okay, I've been at concerts, I've been on trips, I've been living it up. It was a great year. What can I say? So I definitely dipped into my savings quite a bit more than I planned, but it's time to sit my behind down and recoup so that in 2024 I can be outside again, but this time with more financial savviness instead of just being like, yeah, let's go ahead and go for it, live it up while I'm here. So that's an update on where I am on my last cycle of the 12-week year. Even though all of them weren't just like full pluses across the board, I still feel like I was able to be more accountable and more productive and on top of what I wanted to accomplish. And just seeing like those small changes and updates in my life was really encouraging and exciting for me as far as being motivated to continue doing my 12-week years. So the question, am I going to be doing 12-week years next year? The answer is absolutely yes. I feel like it has made me so much more focused, more organized. I'm able to kind of categorize my goals and really do everything that I can in order to accomplish them. And in the process of that, realizing my why. Why did I choose this goal in the first place and why do I want to keep going? And I feel like that's an important step for all of you who are like, how can I get more motivation? How can I reach my goals? Do I want to try the 12-week year? Remember your why. If you have that at the forefront, it's so much easier to continue moving forward, pushing harder, doing everything that you need to do because there's a reason and a goal and a purpose that you are working toward that is literally going to change your life. So let's go ahead and get into a little preview. So for those of you that are new, I'm going to show you the trackers that I made and created. They are available in my Etsy shop for a very great price and they just kind of help you stay on track and they're reusable. Like I literally reuse mine all the time. Right now I'm thinking of using like the minimalist one as I go into the final 2023 12-week year cycle, but I love them all. They're so functional. I have fillable and printable versions. So let's go ahead and fill out my goals for the last 12-week year of 2023. So for my 12-week year to round out the year, I'm going to be using the minimalist design. I really like this one because it's super simple and chic. So if you like kind of neutral vibes, this is definitely a great one for you. And just a recap of what's included in every single one of the options on my Etsy shop. The second page has motivational affirmations that help you to stay motivated while you're working throughout your simplified 12-week year. And there are also category ideas. So I have been using the same 5 categories for this full year. I may change it up next year, we'll see, but these are some more ideas just to help you kind of decide what different categories you would like to utilize as you are planning your simplified 12-week year. And then we get into each of the boxes. So these are for goals, and we're going to fill those in together, categories and goals here. And then we've got all of the weeks all the way to the end. And this is one of my favorite things, is you get to do a 12-week year vision board. You can print out pictures and add them on here, or you can snip pictures and paste them onto the digital version. And then also every 3 weeks, there's an option for a reflection check-in, which is really nice just to kind of see how you're doing so far, look over any patterns and see what adjustments may need to be made. And then we've got week 6 and week 9 as well. And then for week 12, that is the final reflection over your entire simplified 12-week year, what you've learned, what you've gained, benefits, and everything in between. So for this one, we are kicking off on the week of October 8th, 2023, and it literally ends perfectly with the last day of the year, which is New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2023. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my date in here. I'm just gonna put the date in each week at a time, but you can definitely go ahead and pre-fill all of your dates down to the bottom as well. This document is aligned to the left, but by spacing, you can center it or align it right, whichever you prefer. And then here is where you can put in your categories. So I like to do home. And again, I just like to center things. So I'm gonna go in and add some spaces to center these off in the middle. Now, the only thing you can't adjust is the font because it's kind of like pre-structured within the PDF format. So I tried to choose a font that was super easy to read and that also would look nice for everyone to be able to continue to use this template. So now I'm just gonna center these and make it look the way that I prefer. And then I'm gonna go in and start typing in my goals. So my home goal for finishing up 2023 is to refresh the gardens. So this one is kind of tacking on to my one from last time I did the 12-week year about like sprucing up the outdoor spaces. Everything else looks really good. The gardens look terrible because it's been so hot. Like all of our plants, our grass, our bushes, everything is dead. So when the weather gets nicer, I definitely want to work on that. And for my business, of course, it's related to my YouTube channel. So I want to reach 2,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the year. So I think I need to get around 600 within the next 12 weeks. And also for my personal goal, I want to start waking up earlier. I actually practiced a little bit today and I did pretty good. I'm never gonna be like a 5 a.m. girly, but I feel like I could do like a good 7. So that's something I wanna work on just to have more time to focus on like my wellness and peace and starting my day off in a really calm way. Oh, I'm like, this looks funny. Financial is misspelled. There we go. That's the great thing about editing. You can kind of go back and make changes as you need to. And then for my financial goal, I need to stockpile my credit card points. So we are hoping to go on our first trip to Europe next year. And I was looking at the flights and the flights were looking back at me. So I'm like, look, let's try to fly fully on points. So I'm trying to be more mindful of like which cards to use for different things in order to get the most points. So that'll be something fun to focus on for my financial goal as well. And then also it'll help me just keep track of my spending a little bit better too. And then finally for my wellness goal, I am going to be doing 75 soft-ish. I don't know if you've all heard of 75 hard. It's like a trend that's kind of re-emerged, especially in the TikTok world. But it's very focused on like making sure you read every day, drinking water, eating a healthy diet, not drinking any alcohol, and working out 45 minutes a day and twice a day, and one of them had to be outside. I am not going to work out outside for 45 minutes a day. Like that's just not going to happen. So I found this 75 soft-ish template on Pinterest, which is just one 45-minute workout a day, and you can choose indoor, out, or outdoor. So excited to give that a start and just kind of kickstart my wellness going into the new year for 2024. So that's where I'm at so far. So throughout the week, I'll go in and let's say For the home, if I did something to work toward refreshing the gardens, then I would go in and add a plus sign, and I would maybe add what I did. I would say like remove shrubs. So notes to kind of help me see what I'm doing, to also help me stay on track and to see what's working for me as I'm striving to reach my goals. So there's an overlook of what I'm working on for rounding out my last 12-week year of the year, and another look at the template as well. Again, these are available in my Etsy shop. I have 3 different kind of designs that I think will kind of go with everyone's vibe. You can definitely find something that works for you. So let's go ahead and get back into the video. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope it was motivating and encouraging for you, and I hope you will also do a 12-week year with me. It literally falls perfectly this year, where it's ending on the last day of the year, New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2023, if we go ahead and get started. So join me on this journey. Comment below, are you gonna try the Simplified 12-week year? Share your goals if you feel comfortable doing so, and I would love to support you and motivate you and just walk hand in hand with you throughout this process for the rest of the year, so we can make 2023 our best year yet. Even though we don't have that much more time left, there's still so much that can be accomplished. Thank you again for watching this video. Subscribe, notification bell, all the YouTube things, and I will see you in the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Affirmations with Amber.